just read a section of the Sutta transcription on two kinds of illness or disease. Physical illness, the other one spiritual or mental illness. As we read, people only care about their physical health, but many people don't care about their spiritual, mental health. We have a saying in Oriental medicine that if you lose money, you lose little. No matter how many millions of dollars, if you lose the money, you lose little. If you lose your name, your integrity, your personality, your name value, recognized by other people, if you lose that, you lose a lot. If you lose your health, you lose everything. Got it? No matter how rich you are, no matter how great your achievement and popularity and whatever it is, so great. But if you lose your health and you die, you lose everything. Therefore, it's of utmost importance to keep your good health. So we just read in the vow to, you understand that we vow to protect or to keep our mind and the body perfectly. That's one of our vows. Not only your body, but also your mind. Many people don't care about their mind. When they feel diseased, they just know that their mind is diseased. What are those diseases of the mind? Right away, it's three poisons of greed, anger, and delusions. Those are the deep-rooted illness in human mind, human being. And as I told you 500,000 times already, the ultimate cause of all human misery eventually comes down to these three poisons: private life, family life, social life, and public life in like a national stage, or even world economy. We see very vividly because as what's going on now, the economic world, I think this is all because of the two things combined, two diseases. One, stupidity and greed, making a company end up with this kind of debacle of whole economic system. How? More profit, more profit, more profit. Okay? Greed. And then they just don't know, they cannot see just one step ahead. What's waiting for them? I think you would agree with me. Somebody must be responsible. If not one person, a group of people who are responsible for this economic turmoil. It's because of the greed and the stupidity. There's no anger yet there, but there can be. And the result, millions of people have to suffer because of the mismanagement of the economic status, economic conditions. At the turn of the century, the founder of WonBuddhism, Grandmaster Sotasan, said, there's one big disease in the world, and that is the disease of grudge, resentment, grudge and resentment. People become resentful to other people. And as a result, there are wars between nations, killing millions in resentment. If there's resentment in a family, the family collapses. Resentment, grudge and resentment. That's the horrible disease, spiritual disease. So, one of the reasons for opening a new religion, WonBuddhism, for Sotaesan was to cure the world of moral illness. And the main disease was resentment, grudge. When you become resentful, when you forget gratitude. When you become ungrateful to the source of your life, when you become ungrateful, then resentment arises in your mind. People are very easy to forget the enormous beneficence, gratitude, something to be grateful. Remember that if you don't breathe, you will die. Why? Because if you stop breathing, then your brain will die because there's no oxygen in the air, right? And this air, the other one, water, the source of your life. When the beneficence is so abundant enough, then you take it for granted. And whenever I have to waste a cup of water, when I make a cup of coffee, I feel that I'm sinning something. Without this, I'll be dead in 5 days. Now, Grandmaster Sotaesan said that there are 4 kinds of the source of our life: heaven and earth. Heaven, which includes now air and water. Of course, the earth. Some people fall on the ground and complain when they stumble on a piece of rock and complain and they kick at the earth, But that person forgets he cannot stand up without the earth. He cannot. Now, the source of our life are 4-fold. One, heaven and earth. The other one, second one is parents. Without the parents, we cannot be what we are. But people simply take it for granted. Well, I didn't want to come to the world. Simply, my life is the result of my parents' pleasure. Many people think that way, of course. But yet, if you take your life seriously and if you think that your life is something of importance, then you have to ask whether you could be here without your parents. Definitely you see, without my parents I can't be here. In this wonderful world, even our lifespan here is at most like 100 years or 90, 80 years these days. You experience a lot and to see this wonderful world, but without your body you cannot do it. And who gave you your body? Your parents. We have to change our morality toward our parents, everybody, to become human beings. Even some lower animals, we see like even certain birds try to repay the beneficence of their parents. Some birds too.